So we talked about several ways of using this Nuclayer Fusion. This is one of them. It's pretty interesting. Preliminary tests look good. How well it will work for everybody in the field, I don't know, but we're going to give it a shot. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to put a piece 1084, 6 inches long, in this clamp. So we've got some of the fusion, and then we have a stack of 1084 and 15N20. And then we have a bottle of denatured alcohol. A regular big box store denatured alcohol will work just fine. I'm using more of a lab type right here. I think it's a little cleaner. Smells better anyway. But the standard fuel that you find in the big box stores, hardware store, works just fine. So it's pretty simple. So we're going to take a little bit of the alcohol and squirt it on here and make sure everything is recording here. Make sure I'm all set. And we're going to spread that around a little bit. Take some of the fusion, sprinkle it on. Spread it out as best we can. This is just a long-handled spoon that I modified. Doesn't have to be perfectly even in this case. And we're going to squirt some more alcohol on it. Get it kind of soupy. Get it spread out. It's too dry, it doesn't spread well. Our next piece, in this case 15N20, piece of 3/32. Basically that's what I had on hand. Kind of get it, smush it in. Do it again. And you don't want to hurry, but you want to get this done fairly quickly. And it's just basically rinse and repeat. You want to make sure that you have a non-flammable surface under you. Because as you can see, some of the alcohol and the fusion is dripping off. And this is flammable. Exceedingly so. Again, get it on. So on and so forth. And this brings us to the last one. So again, we're going to kind of straighten things up a little bit. Knowing how soupy to get is kind of the an in-process development here. Now we want to clamp it. We want to clamp it pretty tight. Just going to squeeze some out. And we're going to spread it around, even it out on the sides. Because this helps as well, all the side stuff. So now I like to put a heat glove on for this part. Move the alcohol away. And then we just heat it up. We heat it up. Wait, hang on. So we heat it up until all the alcohol burns off. And for the most part, we're finished. Just letting it cool down a little bit and help set, which is what this one is. You can see it. This was done previously. We're doing a little bit of an experiment here. I think it helps, but I'm trying to find out if it really does. So I've got a modified version of my nose scale, a thin version of it. And it seems to help to coat it for the initial weld up on material loss. So what I've done on these two stacks, I have made the stacks, I have weighed them each before this, and then I'm going to coat one of them, which is this one, with some of the nose scale and find out whether or not it gets us anything. I think it does, but there's no sense in going to this step if it doesn't. So I've let this cool off a little bit. So I'm going to take this out, make sure that's clamped good and tight, and do a little coat here. The water flashes off. I'm leaving the clamp for now because you need to set a little bit. See, it's starting to not flash off. It's still pretty warm. This is basically, like I said, it's a modified no scale, cut 3-to-1 with water. So 3 parts water, 1 part no scale. So we'll get some on the back here. That's going in the fire too. Yeah, it's kind of like what the Japanese do. So I learned that from them years ago. So we're going to let that cool down a little bit. And the next step, and then you can see that these are stuck. And I have a piece, I'll probably insert it in here, of a piece of a stack I did with just 1/4 inch mild steel, because once I get it all stuck up, I'm not going to break it apart. So I stuck it together and then busted it apart with a hammer, so you can kind of get an idea of how well it is stuck. And so from here we just go into the fire, and generally don't turn it while it's in the fire, while it's in the forge. We let it sit till it comes up to welding heat. When it pulls out, it'll be stuck, still be stuck. Go to your press, go to your hammer, and we'll go from there. So that's what we'll do next.